When you load data in Power BI, it automatically tries to detect relationship between tables. For small models, this works well. But as your data grows, it's better to disable auto detection and build relationship yourself. In this lesson, you learn how to read relationship diagram, understand one-to-one versus many-to-many relationship, and why unique keys matter, and how duplicate values can break your model. We'll also look at difference between data type and formatting in Power BI Desktop, and how to control how numbers, dates, and currencies appear in your report. Let's dive in. Click on the data model, and this is what Power BI does. When you load these data sets, it automatic relationship detection, right? It makes a guess. Okay, that's the name of the column. These are the values within the column. So my guess is that's how they should be connected. For a simple data model, your two data sets, three data sets, it does a terrific job. And that's why when you build your first report where you start off with 3 to 4 tables, it does not require much of an understanding of the data modeling because things are straightforward. You don't have a same column getting repeated across multiple data sets, so it becomes easier. But as soon as your number of data sets increase, I'm going to deactivate this functionality. I don't want Power BI to automatically detect the relationship. I'm going to do it myself, and I will do it thoughtfully so it makes a logical sense. So let's deactivate the functionality. You go to File, Options and Settings, Options, and then you click on Data Load, Auto Detect, uncheck, and let's do this uncheck. So I'm saying just don't do it yourself. Let me think about this. And if it makes sense to me, I'm going to connect the data sets together. Okay. I want you to notice a few things now. First thing is, see, there's this dotted line. I'm not sure if you have it or not. What is this thing? This is called, just keep this inactive relationship in mind until tomorrow when we discuss like what is this. This dotted line indicates an inactive relationship. Then I also want you to notice this versus this. This means single and this means both. Okay, and I want you to notice this and this too. This means one and this means many. Put together, it means one to many or many to one. One to many and many to one is the same thing. I also want you to notice and tell me, remember I by mistake had duplicates here in the country. In the city, I added USA twice. If I would have a duplicate, what will this become?
It would be a many.
What does this one actually indicate? When you hover over any relationship, it shows you that these two data sets are connected via these two city columns. And this one, what does this indicate, by the way?
It's unique.
That's that's absolutely correct. This one indicates a unique identifier. And that's why knowing how to detect a duplicate and fixing a duplicate is important because if it's not a unique identifier, it becomes many to many, and many to many, if done incorrectly and not if using a many to many instead of one to many, it will create all kinds of problems. When you click inside the table view, you can you can see the data as you would see inside a table view. Have a look. And then the last one is your reporting layer. Let's also save the file. File, save as, just save it on the desktop, just save it in a place where you can easily find it. And I'm just going to save it in my folder. I'll say Ali underscore sales report. You can also move the tables around. You can collapse and expand. You can also use this zoom bar to zoom in, oops, to zoom in and zoom out. Let's click on the table view and let's touch a little bit on data enrichment. Click on the sales table. I want to touch quickly on data formatting and data enrichment using DAX. Click on date, click on this date column. This is where you can perform your data formatting. In Power Query, you only have data type. See this, your data type is date that you can change here as well. And then this is your formatting. I want you to just click on a column, see both the values, and see the difference between a type and a data formatting. Data type is how your system processes and stores the information, and it affects the calculation. And data formatting is how your user sees the information. And I can say, okay, I want to change the formatting to something like this. And then you can click on ship date. Inside the formatting, change it to ship date. Inside price, see, this is your decimal number, and I can change it to a fixed decimal number. You can change the data type here as well. Normally, for majority of the reporting, I would actually use a fixed decimal number because it takes lesser space to store a fixed decimal number because it's only storing four numbers. So I save my space because I don't really need more than four decimal points for majority of the analysis anyways. And once I have a fixed decimal number, then here I can say I only want to see one decimal in the report. Okay, I hope you can see how do you do it. And if you want to choose your currency, the default is a dollar, but if you want to change it, you can change it here. Then I click on the quantity. See here, if I want to put 1,000 separated, that's your formatting again. It's a whole number, but I want to format this whole number by putting 1,000 separated.
At what point do we make the changes here as opposed to in Power Query
Hmm,
editor?
great question.
What, yeah,
In Power Query Editor, you don't have you don't have control over formatting. You can only do it in Power BI Desktop. In Power Query Editor, you only have this part, which is your data type. Data type, you can either fix it in Power Query or your Power BI Desktop, does not matter. But if I will have to pick a place, I will actually do it in Power Query. Like I would not delay it. If I know a data type needs to be fixed, I'm actually going to do it in Power Query.
yeah.